Okay, so we are playing Turnabout Dimension again. MCD's here with me.
Hello.
Which I forgot to turn him down to 90% volume after last stream, and hopefully my mic will be just as loud as well. And you won't be able to see me this time because I'm not streaming. But here we go.
I can't see.
That's right, you cannot see. Now you can see.
You want to just skip ahead to where we were?
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, the speed up in here is a lot faster, which is really nice.
Can you adjust how fast the speed up is in Melon, or is that just a Desmume feature?
I haven't looked into it.
So from what I remember about this pack, it's a really fun ROM pack from what I've seen. Like, the graphics are awesome.
Yeah, this was a little mistake right here.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that this was a thing in the game until like this year. Yeah, I missed the speed up in here. Let's get through this place.
Seven floors. So you just kind of like tack this onto the VOD when you upload things?
Yeah, kind of. And also just for a way me to do like another sound test.
Yeah. Hopefully your microphone doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
It just didn't like you, I guess.
Also, if you have to go in the middle of this, I'll just finish it by myself.
Yeah, I probably won't be gone for long, so there's a pretty good chance if I do have to go early, I will come back.
Yeah, that VIP juice object is different than the one I made for Mystery Mail.
Shout out to them bringing back the VIP juice.
Yeah, tainted. You know, actually, my mic sounds fine now because I'm at my desk, where instead of my basement, where my setup is a little bit different.
Like weird acoustics.
That too, because it's I'm a lot farther away from the mic, and also it's a lot more spaces down there, and like a lot of stuff echoes.
So we were up to the point where good old Dick Gumshoe was introduced.
Okay, let me save state here in case anything happens.
Also, I found it pretty fun that we found out if you don't pick to go to the trial, Bidoof just dies.
Yeah, Bidoof just dies. Death is now playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition.
Why am I not surprised?
March 21st, 1700, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Ah, the joy. Are we redoing this part, or are we just skipping to where,
Do you want to redo this part?
we can just skip to Warcraft.
Okay. Can you just say something for a minute? Just want to make sure you're.
Yo, hello.
Okay, good.
Hi. I'm funny. No, I'm not. That's a lie.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
funny. Oh,
Okay. I did record your audio too.
alright, cool. We're good. Okay. Here we go.
State your name and profession. And be quick about it, we don't have all day.
Dick Gumshoe, homicide detective at the precinct.
You call that quick, Scruffy? You'll have to do better than that to keep up in this trial.
Yes, ma'am. Why don't we skip the theatrics and get to the point instead? Tell us about the case at hand, Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Over here is the crime scene.
I'm just moving my window. Actually, let me move it over here.
Oh my god. How did they do this?
Hold on.
What the heck?
I messed up my screen. Screen size. Windows. There you go.
This is the entrance to the place. These stairs and this elevator right here. And this is the only entrance to this floor? Well, it should be.
Fool.
Oh my goodness,
Huh?
they actually are actors too.
If I'm not mistaken, it is your job to know, isn't that right? Or are we supposed to guess?
No, ma'am. This is the only entrance, ma'am.
I'm speechless at these graphics.
Yeah, so am I. Holy shit.
Stop doing that, you foolish fool.
Yes, ma'am.
And my name is not ma'am.
Of course, Von Karma. You two always this tense? Silence!
Scruffy.
Yes.
The defendant take the elevator or the stairs?
He took the stairs. The elevator was unavailable. Unavailable? That's right. At the time of the incident, a blackout was in place. I see. Shall we proceed then? Follow me. This right here is the lobby. It's where the morning brief happens. And down at that desk, that's where they do surveillance work and administration stuff. Holy sh! This is literally just the guild. Like CCTV cameras.
Wait,
That's right,
you're
pal.
right. This is where the
This is
sentry duty post is.
That's literally the guild. And over here, yeah, this is literally just the motherfucking guild. Everyone expect the defendant and another detective named Jake Marshall. Okay, Everyone was there? What were they doing so late? A party was being held. The defendant had gotten a promotion the day before. According to witness account, it was one of his biggest wishes. God fucking oh my god. I see, and what were the two of them doing? They had been assigned a job earlier and got late. The party had already begun without the one they were celebrating. Well, the defendant wasn't the most popular guy.
Kind of like you, Scruffy.
I guess you could say that. The defendant was new to the job and often made mistakes. Then why did he get the promotion? We're not really sure. It was issued by the chief assistant, which in return, many didn't like. Any particular reason for that? The chief of police is kind of gullible and has a very carefree personality.
Is this Wigglytuff?
Wigglytuff, mother... Wigglytuff! However, the assistant chief was cold and calculating, described by many.
Time to move my window again. There we go.
Many described them as the puppet and the master. The pay wasn't really spectacular either, pal.
No, the pay at the guild sucks.
Yeah, no, it's out. It's
90% off.
Yeah.
That's not sometimes, every time.
That's every time. 90%? That's ludicrous. What fools? Why would anyone work under such foolish circumstances?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, that is actually a really good question from Mountain Karma. I have no fucking clue. We haven't really gotten any answers from the people involved.
Well, the defendant certainly was prone to making mistakes, wasn't he? I suppose he had courage to boast about. A murder is still murder at the end of the day.
Why don't we move on for now? Sure, it's this way. That's literally just...
That's the Wigglytuff's chamber.
This is the office to the chief of police. The chief wasn't here at the time of the murder. He was away on some... Yeah,
Where was Wigglytuff during all of this? We haven't seen him yet.
Was Wigglytuff? Which left the victim really stressed and with work up to his ears, but he was exalted by the fact that the part was being held. Exalted, you say? Why is that? Apple pie was... Damn it! Of course the perfect apples had to be in there somewhere. And one of the other detectives was gonna make some for the party. I see. Anyways, down there
Oh my goodness.
is the office area. The one below is used by the defendant and 2 colleagues. The one above by 2 other. And finally the ones to the right, at the time of the incident, it's been unused. Plot armor! It's able to support 2 people.
Discord, your sensor sound effect is cutting off again.
Well, I think I just fixed that, didn't I?
The door was open.
Why don't we head in? This is literally just Wigglytuff's room.
You can stop that now. You're overkilling it.
Overkilling it, yes. This is where the victim was poisoned and killed using the special blend VIP.
No, that's incorrect. It's supposed to set you on fire.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to make you spontaneously combust, yes. Not much to see here, really. Let's cover the events.
Homesteadive.
That's a defendant, Will Powers. That's an actual sprite. That's an actual person in Ace Attorney. Youch!
Stick to the facts, Scruffy. Murders aren't very soft. They're killers.
You know, it makes you wonder why she carries a whip with her.
Lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. It's explained in Ace Attorney. As I was saying, Will Power is the defendant. The day before the incident, he was promoted to detective by the chief assistant. They have a yearly promotion event, and everyone was eager to find out who had earned it.
What is this parallel universe bullcrap?
Meanwhile, in a parallel universe where everything is narrated. Prior to that, he was just a patrol officer. As said earlier, it came out of the blue. He entered along with Jake Marshall, also a character in Ace Attorney. He's the fellow in blue. Marshall has been a detective for a good while and has good standing in the police department. The 2 of them entered at 7 p.m. After the 2 entered the lobby, they had a quick conversation. Jake told Will to head over to the office to report on their job.
This is kind of a reenactment of what happened.
and after he'd entered the office, at some point poisoned the chief assistant. Lol, disable effect, ha ha. However, seeing as this was his first confirmed kill, he was shocked. The other people in the kitchen then heard the commotion and found him in a state of shock.
So that's why he was also, like, on the floor.
I would hardly call that fast or efficient, but it'll have to do.
A first-degree murder on the chief assistant. What does the world come down to? Such a young man, too. It's a shame. When I was a kid, we ate pine cones and threw dirt at each other. What is this a reference to?
I don't even know. I don't even think that's a reference to something in Ace Attorney.
That's what I meant. It's a reference to,
The defendant is 25 years old, Your Honor.
something in PMD.
Certainly didn't eat pine cones by then.
Or at all, for that matter. I'm actually too loud now.
You're seriously thinking about it?
My memory just isn't what it used to be. It's excellent, but rather short. And how are you a judge?
I suppose. This just might work out in my favor.
I wouldn't be smiling if I were you, Miles Edgeworth. My decisive witness will break your fragile case apart, and there's nothing you can do about it except fool around.
We'll see if my confidence is a bluff or not. I'm not who you think I am. Now summon your decisive witness. Tick! Oh god. This I guarantee you this is gonna be Loudred.
State your name and occupation, witness.
Is this another AA character?
I'm pretty sure this is Loudred, so you should take it.
My name is Rev White, and I'm a detective at the police department.
Testify about the night of the murder and what transpired at the police department.
But of course, that is after all why I am present here today.
This is an actual character in Ace Attorney, by the way. Notice, if you find yourself... Oh, this is an actual... You're about to do an actual Ace Attorney cross-examination. You better save.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me through this, because I've never played an Ace Attorney game. I've never seen an Ace Attorney game before.
Holy sh**! This is so accurate to the actual Ace Attorney games!
The defendant was absent during the morning brief. I tried to contact him, but to no avail.
This is
This is Loudred.
This is Loudred.
Eventually, he turns up, and I pass on to him today's assignment. As for myself, I was stationed in the lobby. Not much transpires, the day passes, but eventually the party was held. Finally, the main event shows up, but sadly, no one expected him. There were strange noises coming from the direction of the lobby. We decided to check it out. Once we figured out where it came from, we saw the body of the chief assistant next to the defendant.
This is just Loudred. Lol.
This all seems to match up with what we know so far. I don't see any reason to doubt this witness.
Didn't I tell you I had a perfect witness?
Nothing is perfect. Shit, if anyone should know that. Perfection is built upon lies, and lies lead to more lies. All I have to do is find an opening and expose it. The rest should sort itself.
Sort itself.
Okay, so here's the cross-examination. So you're gonna press basically every single thing you see here. You're gonna press it.
Hold it!
Did it actually say hold it?
No.
Was there a soundbite? Okay.
No.
Was the defendant the only one present, missing from the morning brief?
Indeed he was, well as a tendency to be absent of the important aspects of the job. It's quite coming from me to have to wake him up. I was stopped by his place, but I didn't this morning.
And if you didn't stop by his place to wake him, how'd you go about doing it?
Well, I tried to call him, but nobody answered, of course. He has a phone.
Lol. Any particular reason why you didn't stop by his place like you always do?
I got sick of it, and I quite honestly don't think too fondly of him. Taking a small detour...
Don't give him ideas, you fool. This is already a well-established fact. The defendant was sloppy at his work. It'd come as natural for everyone to dislike him.
Honesty is a normal trait nowadays. I try to change that. Of course I didn't kill him due to being sloppy. That'd be asinine. I can't remember the day we had an honest witness. It's not easy to speak the truth, but it has to be done. Your honesty is most welcome in the court, Mr. White.
Honesty is a virtue, and I know by experience that honesty has never existed in these halls. But I digress. Was any of that statement important? Red called him by phone. Your Honor, the defense has a request.
A request? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd like for the witness to add a new statement to his testimony based on what he just said.
A new statement? Does the prosecution have any objections?
I have no quarrel with this foolish request. Go ahead and get your hopes up. That way they'll fall even harder.
Ever harder.
And I suppose we are in agreement for once. Please add the part where you testified you called him by phone. If nothing comes out of it, I can always try to amend the statement.
The phone call went through, but nobody picked up and received my call.
And now you're pressing that. We're literally going to keep pressing every single statement, because that's what you do. You have to find the lies.
Oh, is this how you actually play Ace Attorney?
This is how you play Ace Attorney. You press every statement and try to find holes. Hold it! And when was this?
I believe the time was around 7 a.m.
Did the defendant ever return the call?
No, I never got a call back from Will. I guess he was too ashamed by the fact that he was late.
Too ashamed. I suppose that doesn't sound too far-fetched.
There's a Pokemon called that.
But is that really the case? Let's proceed for now. And press it. Hold it! And what was the assignment?
Him and Jake were supposed to go on a routine patrol. Very basic stuff.
But weren't Jake a detective and Will just got a promotion the day before? I thought detectives dwelled into more important matters. This seems a bit superfluous.
Well, the thing is that this was Will's first day being a detective, so more so that Jake became his mentor. So Jake must be Corfish then.
Yeah, it is Corfish.
Teaching the basics, you see. By the way, Tanit responded to me saying, "Oh, I didn't realize that's how you spelled it, but it's too late."
You don't seem to be very reassuring when you say that. Is something wrong?
Herm? Something wrong? Ho ho ho! Of course not.
There's something I'm missing here. Or is he just trying to throw me off?
I'm just thinking, like, he coded everything else for all the other options.
Right, my mistake. Please continue.
That must take loads of time.
Yeah.
And press this.
Press that. Yep, you press that. Hold it! For the whole day.
Indeed, at his administration work, see to the cameras, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, he does do sentry duty.
Lol, louder, lol. Those cameras, what kind of view do they provide?
They
Feet!
the feet, because Diglett has a foot fetish.
Yeah, basically.
They almost oversee the whole...
the entire building.
It's me. They almost oversee the entire building. Though naturally, there's a few blind spots.
And I assume the breaker room is one of those blind spots. There's nothing the camera shows who can make the blackout occur.
Yes, that is the case. Quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. What happened next? And do you know what to do? Hold it! And this party, to my understanding, was held as celebration towards the yearly promotional event.
Correct. I see you've done your homework. Will, to everyone's surprise, had apparently done such a good job to get their promotion.
Was his promotion not deserved?
Let's just say there are more hardworking people at the department.
Louder, lol.
Ouch.
I see what you mean. I suppose we shall proceed then. You know what to do. Hold it! And of course being the defendant, Will Powers, yes?
Along with Jake Marshall.
Was there anything off about the defendant?
Anything off?
Nobody except Jake Marshall actually saw him enter, only after the actual deed was done. We all know he was in a state of shock. These foolish attempts won't work while I'm here.
Yes, indeed, you are correct. Let us move on. Press it.
Can you describe these?
Can you describe?
That's you.
Can you describe these noises?
I first heard the what?
The bedlam. It means
is-
very loud noise.
Quickly followed by a voice. It was something along the lines of, "I." What remarkable sense of impression! It's almost like I can imagine myself on the scene of the crime.
Lol, Judge. And these were heard after Jake had joined everyone in the kitchen.
Indeed, one could always phrase it differently. I heard the noise when Jake left Will to meet up with the chief assistant alone.
That's one way to put it, yes. Let's move on for now. Hold it! Who was it that figured it out?
Jake was the one who told us about the office where we discovered the two.
Interesting.
It really isn't that interesting.
MCD, are you taking notes? Cause we're gonna have to like beat this somehow.
Oh yeah, no, I'm reading it.
A toddler can figure it out. Will and Payne were the only others on that floor, and Jake knew that they'd be there. So it'd only be logical for him to check there first.
Jake's got no sense of style, but that is quite logical indeed.
SMH, man, how dare you murder my man Corpish? Yes, I suppose so. Francesca was quick to respond on that one, but I can't disagree with her. I'm gonna need a different approach from this. Okay, now go to the court record. Edgeworth. Edgeworth is a rat-a-tat! What is Edgeworth a rat-a-tat?
Maybe that's an error. I don't know. So which?
Okay, so this right here is all of the stuff that we have. So,
Is there an
do me
Ace
a-
Attorney DS game?
yeah. So go to Marshall's affidavit. That's that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
that is-
This is unreal.
So go to details. Next.
I hate how they mention restrooms in Pokemon.
Lol. Next. Next. Okay, go previous until you exit out.
And by the way, you don't know
And then go back again.
here. Okay. And yeah, no, you've never played this, so you're figuring this out too, right?
Yeah, I am. I've never played this.
Or never played
so
this
go-
scenario, I should say.
Yeah. Go to the security camera footage. Click that. Back. Go to, what's the note? The next one over. Not that one. That one. Details, please.
I didn't realize it would actually be called Note.
Back. Present it. Oh, don't do it yet. We need to make sure we're on the right statement here. Go now. Go back. And back one more time. So I need you to... What statement is this? Next statement. Next statement. Previous statement. Court record. Note. Present. This may not work, but I'm pretty sure it will. Yes. Do it. Objection! You made a phone call to defendant Will Powers. Are you certain about this?
Also, give shouts to Tainted for thinking about every single scenario. That just seems so much. That's so much time.
Yeah.
Now, if I wasn't sure, I do not think I would have added this statement to the testimony. Of course I am certain. This is looking good.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe, witness.
Excuse me?
Do you know what this is, witness?
Why, that appears to have the similarities of a piece of paper. A note, one could call it.
Verily, you are correct, but what matters here is actually the contents of the note.
The contents of the note, just what does it read?
It's a note from the victim, Mr. Payne, to the defendant. It was left on his office desk. It appears to be an urgent call for the defendant to come over and discuss something important with the chief assistant. Have you seen this before, witness?
Of course I haven't. Look around other stuff. What do you take me for?
And what exactly is your point here about this foolish note? What does this about the defendant and the victim in that note have to do with the witness?
This note leaves another message in its trail with the new revelations from the statements of the witness. Ask yourself this: why does this note exist in the first place? If one could simply call the defendant on his phone and leave a message!
No, just wait a minute. That this was some kind of a mistake. It's because Pokemon don't have phones.
Pokemon don't have phones, Forad. I'm not finished there, witness. Let us all reminiscence earlier in your testimony.
It is quite common for me to have wake him up. I always stop by his place, but I didn't this morning.
If you didn't stop by his place to wake him, how'd you go about doing it?
Well, I tried to call him, but nobody answered, of course.
Any particular reason why you didn't stop by his place like you always do?
I got sick of it, and I quite honestly didn't think too fondly of him. Taking a small detour every morning is a real drag. Oh, the thing was cut off earlier by her.
You told us you always stop by his place to wake him up, and then you go on to state that it's even a detour to go to his place. Can you tell us why you always stop by place instead of just giving him a call?
That's because you see, the thing is that...
Objection! Oh wait, no, that's Francesca, wrong voice.
Lol, everything that comes out of your mouth is foolish, Miles Edgeworth. The reason this note exists in the first place had you hoping the defendant didn't have a phone. But there's a simple reason why this note exists and why the witness chose not to call.
And what might that reason be? Given the reaction of the witness, I have my doubts.
Whatever the chief assistant wanted to discuss wasn't all that important that you made it out to believe. And this note must have been left after that he made a call to the defendant. Tell me something, Red White. Does the defendant usually pick up his phone?
What exactly to you?
Does the defendant usually pick up his phone?
Oh. Why, of course that is not the case. He's quite terrible at answering the phone.
See, that ties up all loose ends. The defendant is terrible at answering, and the note was left there afterwards, and it wasn't even that important to begin with.
I must agree with the prosecution. I don't see any major contradiction here.
What? She just answered for the witness. He's lying through his teeth. No matter. All I have to do is prove how the note is important.
I believe we should conclude this cross-examination, unless, of course, the defense has any further relevant inquiries.
Allow me to present evidence, Your Honor, proving the absolute importance of the note, which in turn should establish the fact that the defendant didn't have a phone.
Very well, but I hope for your sake it will be important.
You're gonna get one chance here. We're gonna look in the profiles now. You're gonna go to Will Fox, or Will, yeah, us. Yep, Will Powers. Next. Or go previous, I'm sorry.
Back?
No, left arrow. Right arrow. Right arrow. Right arrow. wait, no, go back. Read it. Prosecutor in shirt. She has come to the hack gym to defeat in court.
Is this a reference to Para? Because Para's German.
I'm pretty sure it's a reference to Para, even though Franziska von Karma actually was a prosecutor in Germany since at age 13. Anyway, continue. Right arrow, right arrow. Right arrow. Right arrow. Right arrow. Is that? I'm trying to think of who that would be. Would that be Sunflora? Does Sunflora usually
Either
cook?
that or Chimeco, but Chimeco is the cook in the guild.
So then it would be that's Chimeco. Next.
I'm noticing there's 1 pixel of white on the top of my screen, but oh well.
Okay, so now go back to evidence. We need to figure out why it proves that the defendant didn't have a phone. Potassium cyanide. 420. Okay, next.
That's this arrow?
Yep.
This is the VIP. This is the VIP juice.
This is special. That's the VIP juice. Next arrow. Might be that, but don't present it. Go details. Go details. Actually. Back. Right arrow. Only the victim's pie. What? Right arrow. Right arrow. Right arrow. The victim was lactose intolerant. Chat on his lactose intolerant confirmed. Right arrow. Details. Right arrow. Or next, sorry. Next. Next. Okay, back out. Right arrow. Okay, left arrow. Make a save state and present that.
This?
Yeah, make a save state though. I don't know. I can't give you 100% confidence that it's right. Do it. Take that!
This is supposed to reinforce your claim? I can't see what that evidence
That's not it. That's not it. Damn it! What am I doing? Now, as a matter of fact, I merely just wanted to see if Your Honor was awake and alert.
Wait, perhaps it's not to keep you awake.
Okay, well, looks like we're not totally we're not totally dead. We have we have chances like we do in Ace Attorney. Next. Okay, fuck. I'm trying to think. What was it so that could it be the blackout log? It might be the blackout log. Try the blackout record. You shouldn't need to make a save state because we're fine. Because we have a lot of different choices. Take that. Speed up. That's not it. Profiles again. Go back to Pain, which is top left. Next. Could it just be the No, it's just the defendant. Yeah, just present it, because if he doesn't have a phone in his pocket, there's just no phone. That's gotta be it. I guarantee you that's it. I guarantee you that's gotta be it. It has to be that. Unless I'm just stupid. Take that! Are you kidding me? Are you... God! Okay. Profiles, again. Go back to Loudred. Try presenting Loudred, because Loudred goes and wakes him up every day. Try it. It might work. Take that! Son of a bitch. Is it... So, what could it be? Try the I want to read the lactase supplements again. So, Chatot is lactose intolerant. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I don't think so either.
Go back. Could it be the autopsy report? Go to the autopsy report. It's gonna be top left. (7 to 8 p.m.) Try it. You can stop making save states. Take that!
All this load.
Can you try...
All this load from... Is it
Yeah, just load
here?
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back. See if there's anything on the next page out of curiosity. Nope.
Could it be security camera footage? Let me take a look at that. It was used to monitor the whole station, was not operating after the blackout occurred. Try presenting that. Nope. You don't need to reload it yet. Shouldn't the pie. Go to profiles. Try presenting Chatot. No. Just keep going, you don't need to reload the save state.
What do you mean?
You don't need to keep reloading the save state unless we die. So we know it's not Chatot now, so go back. So...
Were you good at Ace Attorney?
I was, but I'm trying to figure out what would prove the note is important. Profiles again for me. So it's not Loudred, not Chatot, not the defendant. Could it be Corfish? Let me read Corfish's stuff. Yeah, try presenting Corfish. Because why not? Nope. The lactase supplements? Because why not? We're gonna try everything here.
Oh my goodness.
The lactase...
This happens in Ace Attorney sometimes where it's just absolutely nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense whatsoever.
I'm gonna save right before this so I still have the full.
Alright, present the lactase. Take that!
The lactase supplement should establish that fact, Your Honor.
Excuse me? Lactase supplements? But I haven't had anything to eat yet.
These aren't for you, Your Honor. They actually belong to the victim, Mr. Payne.
I see. As if he wasn't unfortunate enough.
That's true. Lactose intolerance sucks. Do go on, Miles Edgeworth. Perhaps you ought to take those instead. I couldn't even make an argument for this foolishness myself. As I just said, the victim was lactose intolerant. As a result, it produces unwanted side effects when eating or drinking dairy products.
Ah, like the apple pie.
Exactly, Your Honor. The victim took these in order to bypass the side effects.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. But I'm more curious about that note and its relation to this.
Everything makes sense about these supplements with the apple pie and pastry in consideration, except one thing. What is the defendant's fingerprints doing on the victim's medicine?
They are? Why, that is a good question.
I just noticed, you know what, now that I realize it, it said Will Powers fingerprints. And this is where the note comes into question. Its content has an urgency to it, but not a set date when it was written. But we know for certain he must have written it before he died, which was right after the party was held. Incidentally, we also know that the victim was obsessed with that, but that's a lie. It was established earlier in the trial that Payne was extremely busy to work due to the absence of the chief. Therefore, Payne asked Will to go and get his medicine for him before the party was held. This way he could enjoy some of the apple pie, and thus Will's fingerprints ended up on his medicine. Ergo, why on earth would you choose to leave a letter on his desk that he might visit, rather than leave a message or a voicemail on an item you usually carry around everywhere? It doesn't make sense. Are you the real Miles Edgeworth? Your logic is flawed to the core, you fool. Not to mention lack of evidence. I said it before, but what's to say the victim didn't leave a voicemail and a note?
Your voice acting is pretty good, by the way.
Thank you. No. Then I request the phone to be submitted into evidence. Let's check the phone of the witness as well.
My phone? I seem to have lost it, actually, just before the trial, too.
Comedy. Well,
The same goes for the victim and the defendant. Tell me you're joking. Then allow me to present my final piece of evidence that will point out the true killer.
This is a PMD game. Very well, but this is your last chance.
It's time to do this. I didn't expect things to turn out like this. I'm clearly not fit to be a lawyer. But I have to save Bidoof, no matter...
Who is this?
Is this Sunflora?
is this just Sunflora now? Is this just fucking Sunflora or something? Anyway, continue. Move on. Can't keep the future of our world. What the f?
Just continue! I don't even know what this... My father once saved it, and I do not... What? Who? And I think I know how to approach this, just like Francisca has. There's no way the phone was suddenly disappearing was a coincidence. It was on purpose. She set it up before the trial. Trick to fool everyone. And all I have to do is fool a red white. And I know what piece of evidence can. Is it the cameras? Make a save, stand, present the cameras. Make a save, stand, present the cameras. Yes. Take that!
This is supposed to show us the true killer.
No. Okay, I guess it doesn't. Nope. Damn it! Okay.
Father, I won't
Father,
let you
I won't
down.
let you down. Is the potassium... Look at the potassium cyanide for me. Just look at it, don't present it yet. Just try again. Next. Next, please. Next, please. The apple... Present the apple pie for me. Nope. Present the potassium cyanide.
Did we already do this?
No, we did the security camera. We just looked at it. There it is.
There you go.
Yep. This is the final piece of evidence that will reveal the true killer.
A bottle? What's inside of it? It's the VIP juice.
It's the VI's. It's the question of the day, isn't it? Better not mess this up. I have a feeling the judge won't give me any more penalties. I could see it being both. I could genuinely see it being both. Well, you made a save state. Save the lactase supplements.
This is the container used to store the lactase supplements.
Oh ho ho! The attorney doesn't even know what the cyanide poison was stored in. I pity the man.
There we go. There we go. Because he just
thing.
admitted there's cyanide poison in the bottle.
Good job. She knows it too.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Oh, the smug look on his face.
There's Mild Edgeworth for you. The judge is just like, what the fuck, bro?
Why? Why are you all staring at me like that?
Tell me something, Mr. White. How is it that you find yourself being able to tell what was inside of the container? The fact that a witness knew something only the killer would. What does that mean exactly?
That's a very good question, isn't it? We did louder to kill Chad Hut?
I guess. I have a pretty good idea as to why that is. You're the true culprit, Red White! You're the one who poisoned Winston Payne! But you couldn't do it alone, could you? You needed help to pull this off.
This is ridiculous. This Albert, stop!
Stop. I have no intention of stopping.
Prosecutor, help me!
Fool, you expect me to help some clown?
It's playing Dialga's fight to the finish, by the way.
That's comedy.
You just sealed your own fate.
This can't be how it ends. Not like this.
You're not just some clown, Mr. White.
You're the entire circus.
You're the entire circus! And accompany you is Jake Marshall, your little circus monkey!
Peter's roommates.
Well, together the two of you had grown jealous over the fact that Will got the promotion.
Cease, desist.
And the one who gave him that, the victim, you simply couldn't live with it. So the two of you decided to kill him! And frame the defendant! This is also from Ace Attorney. The defendant usually the witness usually freaks the out.
And right then, the curse had been lifted. This is, we could return to our own world again.
What?
Thank you for your time, Miles Edgeworth.
Nani the Why the fuck are there?
It's Mr. Worm.
It's Mr. Worm. Why the f is Mr. Worm there? Oh, okay.
Can you take him?
Grrr. Grrr. It is over. Grrr. I did it. This calls for celebration.
I knew it.
Yes, it is! It's Mr. Worm! Mr. Worm accessed the jukebox. Mr. Worm played a new BGM. Rejoice, Bidoof! You're free once more. On the contrary, though. You're not really free in this world, are you? The concept of justice is a bit more primitive here compared to that of humans. How am I to approach this? Now that I have the knowledge of you not being the culprit, I cannot let you suffer imprisonment here. Bidoof? Bidoof! What's wrong? The kush should have receded. How is it that you are still asleep? I do not understand. It is of vital importance that you wake up, Bidoof! You won't even budge. What power? How'd they manage to lock him up?
You know something? I'm still confused to why Bidoof really wanted to kill Chatot, though.
He didn't. It was Ladred. Lol.
But why did we... Unless if Magnezone was really just being that stupid.
Yeah, well, it's Magnezone. I think I know how to wake you up. My father once showed me this. Oh, Arceus. Lol. Yeah, access the. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is it? What is it? I can't hear it.
It's the eating.
Mr. Worm, stop the current BGM. I do not have time for this. It seems as if I made some kind of error somewhere. I need to continue my chase. Farewell, Bidoof! I really tried my best! What was that? You're awake? You just twitched? Tell me I'm right. Ooh. You're awake! I'm filled with joy! You had me worried there. Golly. Is there something wrong? Is something wrong? Where do I even begin? I suppose what you've been through is no ordinary event. I can understand as to why you appear to be confused. Confused, you say? Golly, I'm speechless. My name is Palkia.
Wait, no, it's Mr. Worm.
I traveled to your world in pursuit of someone. And my chase has led me to you. Me? Have you come to end me once and for all? No, that is not the case at all. You must understand me. You know who would be a perfect voice actor for Mr. Worm?
Who?
Deaf. The one I am searching for goes by the name Darkrai. Darkrai? Well, that's a relief, by golly. It's no good, though. That name doesn't ring any bells, no siree.
You know, there's a reason people haven't heard of... There's a reason they're called mythical Pokemon.
I'm sorry I can't be of any help. Yup. It's you again. Don't worry, that's not real. Not real, you say? It was just an illusion I summoned. AKA Zorak. Given your reaction, I can ascertain that you indeed encountered him. The reason you fell into that nightmare I intercepted was due to the one you just saw.
Wait, so that was a nightmare the whole time?
Comedy.
Oh, that actually makes way more sense.
Right, that nightmare. Golly, it felt so real. That's because you came real once I came into the picture. It took us elsewhere, but part of the nightmare stuck with us, so I ended up creating another gap in reality. I'm sorry for taking a risk like that. Is that so? I don't remember ever seeing you. My appearance was that of a human, but I was your attorney, Miles Edgeworth. My apologies for playing the part somewhat too much, but I had to blend in. It seems my answers to the questions begs for more answers. Why don't we focus on this world instead? Tell me how you ended up here from this perspective. That way we can piece them both together.
Later.
I see. Based on what I can establish with these connections, it would seem like your friends Loudred and Corpish set you up.
I knew they weren't to be trusted.
The fact that you got that wish made them jealous. And from what I can gather, Chatot wasn't that well received. They were the ones accountable for what happened to Chatot and yourself.
So, Corvus took the VIP juice from Bidoof.
And no. Corfish set up the VIP juice as the quote-unquote reward for the mission. Loudred and Corpish? No way. I could talk to them if you want. Something's right. But first I would like your assistance. Assistance, you say? Let me bring Darkrai to justice before it's too late. What does Darkrai character do anyways? He's trying to summon the Diglett clan back into our universe. Again. The Diglett clan?
That's misspelled.
They seek dominion over whole galaxies. And they are being led by Darkrai. My father once stopped them.
Is your father Mr. Worm?
He is no longer with us. A great sacrifice for a great cause.
Rest in peace,
R.I.P.
Mr.
Worm. R.I.P. Mr. Worm. With their return, I'm afraid it's up to me to stop them. But Diglett? I have a friend who's a Diglett. So it has already begun. He's opened the portal.
So was it Diglett then?
It was Diglett the whole time! The destruction of our galaxy draws closer. This all makes little sense to me, by golly. Diglett is a good friend of mine and the others. A member of the guild. Friendship only lasts until it becomes inconvenient for the other party. You just experienced firsthand, so did I for that matter. You would do well by forfeiting that friendship before it's too late. This is all so sudden. His spirit is diminishing. If only Father was here, Mr. Worm. He would know what to do. Bidoof. The fact that I knew that was in your dream of Edgeworth. Certainly that must mean something to you. Perhaps if I were to show you the true nature of Ladrid and Corfish, you would believe me. Darkrai came specifically to you, put you through this. You must mean something to him. Please help me save everyone. Are you crying, Bidoof?
With everything that has happened, I can't help to feel like it's all my fault. All I ever wanted was a pal or two that I could be friends with. Then I get accused for what happened at the guild. Next thing I know, for and tried for murder and nightmare ensued by Darkrai, who was leading the Diglett Kill and Destroyer of Galaxies.
Maybe that's misspelled on purpose.
Probably.
And you're telling me that nightmare was based on the day at the guild? Why does it all have to be like this?
You could wither away and you're never ever getting to know. Or you could join me and find out together. I could use an ally like yourself on my team.
Do you really mean that?
Rest assured, I wouldn't have been your lawyer otherwise.
Golly, I guess you're right, yup. I couldn't understand anything. It all sounded very complicated.
So is that a yes?
Yup, let's do this.
That's great! Say, have you ever taken flight before?
Huh? Taking flight? Of course not.
Would you like to?
Golly, that sounds like...
Whoa!
What the golly is happening? Take me down!
You're flying.
This isn't what I imagined it to be. Take me down!
Just wait until we soar through the skies.
Soaring through the skies? That's way up! This seems mighty dangerous, yup. I'm getting hot!
Do not worry, I would not let anything happen to you. Now, let me take us out of this dungeon to freedom!
By the way, that's the worst graphic in the game. The Palkia.
Palkia should have minor schizophrenia, by the way. Do you like that I gave Palkia minor schizophrenia?
I didn't notice. Huh. Nice.
10 out of 10. I know my rating doesn't count, but 10 out of 10. Thank you, Tainted. Thank you, Tainted. I had so much fun voice acting almost every single character in this. Custom Cubone animations? Where was there a Cubone?
No, I don't remember.
Shut the fuck up, Siri!
What?
My Siri activated.
So...
That was an experience.
I really wished we could have finished this on stream.
It would have been so much funnier.
Oh, Marius made a tutorial for that? Oh. Yeah, this is fantastic. Not in the... Yeah. I feel like... It is a little tricky if you haven't played Ace Attorney before, so like I was just being guided the whole time.
Thanks, MCD.
Yes, thank you.
This video is sponsored by Tropicana Orange Juice. The end. Thank you for playing.
Ugh.
That was fun. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean, you were. I was talking the entire time.
Now here's the thing,
Get
though.
the joke.
Are we really gonna judge a PMD hack for something that really isn't PMD? That's what I'm wondering.
But I mean, they put that into PMD. Like, I think that deserves some like they did that in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Like they didn't put a copy of Ace Attorney in. They put a copy of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky in. And they added Mr. Worm's child.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about this one.
I think it should win something. Cause like, that's impressive as sh**.
I'm just wondering where the various viewpoints. I guess you can consider I guess really taking the literal consideration of viewpoints.
Yeah. I mean, you did play as Miles Edgeworth. That was the other viewpoint, or
Yeah,
technically Palkia. Because like you just stopped talking as Bidoof for a bit. Like Bidoof was like Palkia said, "Stop talking and only talk when told to."
Yeah, I need to still wrap my head around this one. But good job, Tainted. And since we couldn't finish on the stream, we thought we'd end this little recording with, wait for it,
Bridge.
Bridge.